How's the day, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another episode of the Slam City Stance Journal. So today we're going to be taking things way back, and when I say way back, this is to the early 70s. We've uncovered a rare sleeper with a little bit of a build that has a long storyline along with it. Just another big thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much. Just a small reminder that the whole story of the build will be showcased on this channel, while FPR will be shooting some exclusive cinematics for us. I'll leave all these details down below. Don't be shy to check him out. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. So, there's a cold start. Come check it out. This is what's supposedly going on here. Yo, I'm excited for this one, Dit is een 1-2 uit over mij. Dit is een 1-2 voor mij ook. I hope you're ready for this one, huh? Let's go. So without further ado, we find ourselves today in Shode. It's a western suburb in Port Elizabeth to unveil one of the sleepers that we found. As I said earlier, we're going a bit way back. This is definitely before I was born, but definitely something to appreciate. Today we've actually uncovered a Ford Escort Mark II with a massive conversion. I'll start into the specifics in a minute, but just a bit of history. So the owner is actually one of our local councillors for the city of PE Slam City, and he was kind enough to showcase and share his build and his journey with us. So just a special shout out to him, and definitely I have to say I was not expecting this. He sent us a bit of a snippet, which you are also welcome to do watching at home. If you've got something nice, something fancy, that doesn't need to be in tip-top condition. Car guys will always tell you it's a journey, it's not a race, it's a marathon. There's always going to be something to do, be it some maintenance or service, be it a part you're waiting for, or struggling to find, or just had simple touch-up to deliver the message for you and your ride. This is what we're out here for. So Slam City Stance Journal, Ford Escort MK2 16 Sport-ish. Let's start with the interior lookabout. So just a quick lookabout at what we've basically got here, right? So in today's age, you don't actually see cars like this where the dashboard is not as if it is in today's age. Another thing that catches my eye, like off the bat immediately, is the lighting. Anybody that has anything to do with a car knows that nowadays we're practically doing almost everything in LEDs, and this is just something to appreciate, you know. Also, what catches my eye immediately is the steering wheel. It's not a popular thing that you see a vehicle of this age actually still rocking around with a Ford steering wheel. Even if it is just towards the middle. But what is done here is kept like the color code like completely black. You guys definitely have to check out the cinematics, because this gives you like the whole Night Rider vibe off the top of my head. And I just want to show you how cool is this. So he's got his gauges over there that are all working. And if you just come over to the old school gauges, he's got a light with his name engraved over there. Not engraved, my apologies, but it's tagged his name over there. So this is like another level of detail. I don't want to say that doesn't exist today, but it's something that you don't see on a regular basis. For those of you guys that do know me, you know I'm around cars 99% of the time, because if it's not at work, it's for Slam City Stance Journal or it's on my TikTok. But legitimately, this is really something nice. So without further ado, Just for the front side, the majority of the carpet still looks like it is the original carpeting over there. The pedaling that is got here is obviously all Toyota pedals down at the bottom. I don't know if the camera can get in here. So we've got full-on Toyota pedals right down at the bottom, and then we've got a short shifter. If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a Chevy utility.
Nah, this is from the Rover.
From the Rover.
From the Rover, old Rover, yes.
The gear lever, no?
Gear lever. In fact, the whole gearbox is from the old Rover.
Okay.
Yeah. Before Land Rovers and those came along, the gear lever is from the Rover. Also, just so you guys know, this is not the owner of the car talking.
Yeah.
This is Darian from Wild FPR.
No problem. But like I'm saying, this is like, it's an amazing boat. I wanna ask you just to cut a short intermission here, because I just wanted to have like a few seconds, if possible, of this interior. I mean, I don't even think describes it, but this is really something different. To be so like a compact, and to have everything in the condition that we actually see it today is really, I don't even know what the word is, but
look, we've been in the car scene for long. You and I, we both know.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find something of good quality.
Yeah.
Of its age.
100%.
But then everything put together, as you mentioned, the Toyota pedals and the blue lighting, the name, the gear lever, the gearbox itself. It's a 5-speed Rover gearbox, as you said. Put together, it's brilliant.
Yeah, the modern day conversion was really actually one of the things that I was gonna say this when I obviously opened the hood now to reveal the engine, but just one of the things that like really resonate or is resonating in my mind is the fact that we in Slam City, like I said previously before for the Honda episode, we live not too far from the VW factory. Ford is also here as well as GM, but most of the cars that have conversions in our city is actually VW. So there's nothing wrong with a non-VW or nothing wrong with a VW modification or engine swap out, but this is not something that you come across every single day, and I really mean it. So before we go around and reveal what engine is here, I want you guys to check it out. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think engine is and which engine is under the hood, and we'll take it from there. Let's have some cinematics of the interior before we move on to the hood. So this is a wow for me. I don't know what your guys feeling or take on this is. Definitely drop a comment down below. This is what I mean by a sleeper. I don't think anybody was expecting to see something like this. We're gonna bless you guys definitely with a cold start, but I mean something of this age, a conversion of this type. I mean the carburetor itself, I don't know if the camera is gonna catch us, but we still got the Ford logo on the carburetor here. If that isn't crazy enough, I mean, to have this motor with a Rover box is quite a conversion in itself. Obviously things have been touched here and there. Noticeably there's no battery relocation. I think it would kind of spoil the look because it still sticks to the era that the car basically came from. And why this is really something special to look at, both myself and Dorian were just having a laugh now. When you see the interior, you're definitely gonna smile if you're from that era, because it's literally still got the turnstile ashtrays in the car that are working. It doesn't smoke, so it shouldn't be too beat up, but just the mere fact for a lekker throwback, this is like, I don't know, playing Street Fighter after finishing school or watching the lighties nowadays. Go to the local cafe and check how they pay 50 cents for Pac-Man when we know for a fact it was 20 cents and that game doesn't get finished. You have to be there first Otherwise, you're probably not gonna play, and you're gonna have a little bit of a disagreement with your friend. So we're just gonna give you guys the cold start quickly, just so that you can hear what is actually going on here at the moment. So let's check it out. So just have another look on the inside here, just from a diver's point of view. So this is closely knit. Obviously, we just had a word to the driver now, or the owner, sorry, and he informed us this is definitely a Toyota dashboard that has been split or cut just for added comfort. So the reason, I didn't even ask this, but he told us that the reason why, I don't know if you can get in there, there's a bit of a hole there in the carpet, or not a hole, but there's a piece missing there. So this is actually the place where a Toyota Venture aircon was placed. Can you imagine having a vehicle like this with an aircon that is working? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I'm not even sure, to the point, I never drove in a Venture too much, but I'm very, very sure the Ventures that I did drive in, either I could not feel
the aircon,
I
also never felt
or the driver was just like, hey, you're not gonna have some aircon over here.
We all know what the Venture was, right? what in the modern day, what was the Venture though?
A Jigaleza or a taxi. Back in the day. So
that is the original.
Yeah, for
G-Wagon.
the original G-Wagon for sure. For those of you that know or remember somebody by the name of Leon Schuster, you can go, I don't know, is this guy now still on the internet or what, but in any case, if you can find one of his movies, you're definitely gonna see a couple of laughs here. I can't remember exactly which movie or which scene it is, but just as soon as I heard Venture, my head went to Leon Schuster. I just want to also take a time, I don't know if you're going to be able to get this, I'm going to lift up the back seat quickly. I just want you to look over there. This is what we were talking about before we get there. When last have you seen a seatbelt like this? That's working. Any rate, this is the ashtray that we're talking about. So this was your smoker's package back in the day. And back in the day, this was, if I'm under correction, you didn't pay extra for it. If you go buy yourself a Polo or a Golf or even a Ford, you have to pay extra for the smoker's package because they build in the ashtray for you. Check this out. How amazing is that for a throwback? Like for real. Back in the day when you used to either get in your dad's car or you go somebody with whoever is driving, you must not touch it. For two reasons. If it breaks, it's expensive and it's a problem to get hold of. And number two, us colored people, you don't smoke before your time. So you're probably gonna end up getting a hiding for one of two reasons, eh? Good luck to you with that. But without further ado, I'm gonna start up this baby just again, just so that you guys can hear what is going on. Also, just another shout out to the creativity here for obviously shortening the gear knob itself. This is like, I'd say like 4 fingers down. So definitely going for the whole retro look. A muscle car build, if I could put it that way. So here we go. Camera. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Do I need to turn off or will it be alright?
Nah, you can turn it off.
Okay. So the car's a bit loud, but I'm definitely just going 2 parking bays down. I'm gonna turn the car around just to get some lekker sunshine. I think we almost had golden hour right about now. Happy Easter, by the way, from Deep Freak Media, Slam City Stance Journal and Wild FPR. The significance behind a car like this compared to, or a car of this age compared to a car of nowadays, is the fact that when you drive a car like this, you literally feel the power. When I say you feel the power, if you've been in a V6, a V8, I would say arguably everything up until the MK3 before your drive actually got soft. If you have to push this thing, I would say like to 120, you're gonna feel like you're in an aeroplane. You feel the power like, I'm there. Whereas today, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a difference, obviously, in evolution. If you had to get into a Golf 6 GTI, you had to get into a Ford ST, you had to get into, what is this, the OPC if I'm not mistaken, and you're pushing that thing maybe like 160. You don't feel anything, my friend, anything. It's like you, I don't want to say you're standing still, but the level of comfort and evolution over there is remarkable. But what we've got here with this amount of power, it's, I think the best way I can describe it is like being in an aeroplane, because you can hear on the inside just as loud as you can hear on the outside. And normally people on the inside are saying like, I can't hear you. This is exactly why, because now we can actually understand and appreciate something. It's like, it's here with you where you are in the moment. So I'm just gonna do a short turnaround for the back. I'm gonna give one last start up quickly to the front of the engine bay, and then we're gonna run into some cinematics. There's gonna be a short snippet out for the YouTube channel, but don't forget that all the cinematic videos, all the cinematic footages shot today by Dorian Gone Wild FPR on YouTube. All his social handles will be in the description below. I don't know, I didn't get clearance or anything, but I don't know this guy from anywhere. So this is like a big thing in Slam City when we say our cars are special, you know. It brings different communities together. I've said this before, I will say it again. This is our language, our universal language for meeting, for making friends, even for business as well. I mean, that guy is gonna be like, I don't know, but he's not my age group, if I could put it that way. So this is just something nice to appreciate for the moment. But let's check out the engine bay one more time while it's running. I just want to have you guys have a look at this, and obviously at the wheels before we're going to turn it off. I just want to show one thing. There's no branch wrap here at the moment, but I mean, there's absolutely no oil stain around. It's a bit windy at the moment, got a bit of dust here and there, but I just want to convey what I say, attention to detail actually. There's a whole thing going here. There is metro, yes, more, but at the same time, you have to admire the condition. I mean, this is like, this is clean, my man. For something that is older than me. Yo, I'm not doing too bad in life, but that's my guy, I'm telling you. This is what you're looking for right here. Yo, my guy, this is so difficult to explain. It's like I want to put you here with me, but I don't know if unfortunately possible. But yo, what is still the original roof lining, my guy? It's been modded to an extent, but I mean, check us out. We're not gonna maybe appreciate it right now, but I'm telling you, back in the day, you ask your elders, your uncle, your auntie, whatever the case may be, cream dashes was a thing, eh? Cream dashes was a thing. This is like still the era where Snoop Dogg and him actually had the dice hanging from the mirror with the, what do you call that thing? The dead jackals on the dashboard, the fur, you know, a piece of copper that is still. The doily error, my
error,
guy.
that's it.
Eish, okay, let's check out the wheels. Definitely another thing to look at. Yo. The wheels is something very unique and definitely nice. We live in an era in our city at this point in time where if you've got a stepped wheel, people know you've paid some attention to that. If you've got a deep dish, people know you took some time to actually consider what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So this isn't something that is stanced in the way that we know it. A frame banger or a pavement scraper or something that's going to get stuck on a speed bump. But my man, I'm telling you, for Racer's Edge racing, to see something like this in this day and age is a bit of it's mind-boggling. I just want to go one more time. I'm going to walk with you around the car, so not as a cinematic video, but just so that you can actually appreciate. I mean, my man, this is also like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard or seen something like this when somebody actually gets into an accident. Obviously we don't want to hear that for anybody that we know and love or anybody that's tuned into the video. But if you have to drive into a car like this with a car that's been manufactured in the past, I would say 20 years, this guy is gonna say, not the driver, I mean the car, just for clearance sake, this guy's gonna say, excuse me sir, like somebody bumped you on your way to pay for your chow at McD's or something. A modern day car is not made of this type of metal. That's gonna be like I don't want to say a fender bender because I think I'm being a bit mild, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So it's mind-boggling. It's got a lekker set of 19550s over there. The grill is, everything is still practically in place. There's definitely been a color change on it. The owners told us that it's been a boyhood dream of his, so it's been, I don't know, I would say in excess of 10 years for the whole build to actually complete. But I don't think he's finished. We'll have I don't know if he's gonna let go of the camera shyness, but just another look for appreciation, my man. It's like, it's the last thing I'm gonna leave you with before we go actually just take a look around the car is, what do you see that's familiar here with what we do in stance right now? So at the moment people have these banners over there. I had the exact same with my business's name over there, and this has now become something of a norm, if I could put it that way, in, I don't want to say in Slam City because I've seen it practically all over South Africa for all the channels we watch. Shout out to everybody that's making content, but inspired from a generation before to modifying something today, it's a head scratcher. That's the only reason, or the only way that I can actually explain this. So just a short walk around. Bumper indicators, also something that we don't really see today. As I said before, this was definitely a retro muscle car inspired build, so we don't even have the time or the engineering that went into indicators on the bumpers. How old are you watching right now? And have you seen a car without indicators on the bumper? When last have you seen a car without indicators on the mirror? So a two-door in this fashion, I mean, sorry, I locked myself out. Oh no, I didn't, my apologies. But yeah, even down to the window winder style, I mean, this is definitely something we don't even see anymore. I think the last thing similar or closer to this in the modern day age will probably be a Pachocho, a Nissan back, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
no?
I think so.
Yeah, because nowadays it's not the popular thing anymore to see window winders.
I think the 1400 buckies were like the last bad boys they bought of those things.
With something close to chrome.
And the really budget friendly Polo.
Yeah. I'm an MK1 guy, but just come closer quickly, check out the handles on me. Let's do the one finger test to see where you bought your door handles from. First time, every time, boss. So I mean, even down to the decals, this is a very nice, confusing act he's got going over here for the 1600 Sport. We still have a few daredevils around our city that will stop next to you and be like, yo, this thing is, you want to sell the car? You'll be like, yeah, nah, whatever the answer is. You'll be like, let's go robot to robot and let's check what your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So, my man, this is definitely unique. Taillights also, I mean, I don't know of any place in South Africa that is selling something like this at this current day and age. Also, just another thing to admire is like the number plate lighting, my man. Like most of our cars that we've got today, these are not actually showing up. I'm not actually sure what the reason is for that, but the majority of cars have the number plate either coming out or going down. This is like something rare to see and to just, you know, take through your marbles. Tauba, stock standard there. I don't know. So just a throwback to how cars were designed and how they were built in yesterday's generation. Obviously everything on this car is non-electronic, so you don't have a laser cut or laser coded key. This is what you were rocking with. There over is your petrol tank's key. I have confirmed that the car is running on normal pump fuel, but check yourself. I'm gonna do it one more time. Nowadays you get a button and your hood pops up. So check over here what is the condition of this spare wheel and where it's placed. So nowadays, when I say nowadays, the most popular place for this to be tucked away is actually under your boot mat. So just again, this is mind-boggling to see, mommy. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. It's a throwback of note. Thank you very much, definitely to Marco. But yo, my guy, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know if we have any elder people watching this. Maybe this was your matric farewell car or whatever it was called back in the day. Drop a memory in the comment section, let us know. Any rate, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Slam City Stance Journal. We really appreciate you guys' time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the channel. I'll be linking down below. We have some awesome cinematics coming up. If you've got something that's hiding away in your garage, something, I don't want to say exactly, but something similar you've been working on, something unique, you want to get hold of us, feel free to text us. Our socials are down below. Thanks again. Hit a like, drop a comment, don't forget to sub. See you guys soon.